Hello and welcome to a new video, the first one in English about German coins. I have a proper Swedish coin collection, but those videos are in Swedish. But this video will be in English then. So, you might be familiar with these two coins, or this coin. The Deutsche Mark. This one is from 1972, and here's another one that's from 1956. Now you might wonder, what is the difference between these two? Are they even from the same country? Well, not really. The one to the left is from the Federal Republic of Germany, Bundesrepublik Deutschland, and the one to the right is East Germany, the German Democratic Republic, otherwise known in German as the Deutschen Demokratischen Republik. We will go through West and East German coins, as well as coins prior to the Cold War. Not any Nazi-era coins. I have none of those, but some far older coins. I will also be showing some notes. We start with the smallest denomination, the penning, or pfennig, or however you pronounce it in German. This is the 1 pfennig, and we got another 1 pfennig. Now, let's take a closer look at these coins. So we see here on the back side that is West German and from 1984. So it's a rather new coin for West Germany. And this is, as you can probably guess, an East German coin from 1965. So it's around 20 years older, and got the DDR coat of arms. I can say already now that the metal composition is different between the West and East German coins, that the Western coins are more likely a heavier metal, while often the East German coins are aluminium and thus much lighter in weight. Now, another 1 pfennig, not an interesting example of 1 pfennig, because it neither says DDR or Bundesrepublik, but it just says Deutschland, 1 pfennig. And I believe the year is on the backside, 1953. But you can obviously see that it's the DDR coat of arms. So, still having the dream of a united Germany, obviously under Eastern domination, the DDR made coins just saying Deutschland, because they claimed the entirety of the country and aimed to represent it, before eventually giving up that dream in around 1968. I also believe, I shall check here on the side, indeed that I have an even older the side of the early one Pfennig. This one. You see the front is identical, but the back side is actually from 1948. So it's from the same year that the DDR was founded. And if we do a comparison on the coat of arms, we can see that this is more like the DDR in its final form, where this just has a cog and wheat. Not, well, it's obviously worker inspired, farmer inspired coat of arms, but it's not the final form. So that's another one Pfennig. We will be moving on to the 5 Pfennig coin. Can you guess which country it is? Because the early coins and even the later coins have from West and East Germany have similar appearances. So it can be hard to differentiate between which of the countries it is. It's a Bundesrepublik coin from 1986. We will moving on to a 5 Pfennig coin from the DDR, 1972. It's an aluminium coin, so it's very light. From 5 Pfennig to 10 Pfennig. It's the same design, but a little bit bigger. This is from 1967. None of these coins is a surprise, they look the same. We'll be moving on to another 10 Pfennig. I can feel it's heavier, so it must be a West German coin. And it is. And it's from 1950. So it's an early, very early West German coin. But already from the start it had a heavier weight than its East German counterpart. A 20 Pfennig coin from 1969, and I'm not sure which, if it's East or West. Let's check it out. It was an East German coin. That was my suspicion, but I wouldn't I couldn't say it all outright. We'll be moving on to the 50 Pfennig coin. This one from the Bundesrepublik. Looks very silvery, but it's not a silver coin. It's from 1984. Moving on to an East German 50 Pfennig coin. A similar design to earlier coins. It's from 1950. What does it say? 1958. With the DDR coat of arms. You can see a common theme now that the East German coins carry the coat of arms, while the West German coins have some other different well, those were pretty similar though. Ignore what I said. They're also similar, but they don't have the coat of arms of West Germany, but they have those leaves instead. We will be moving on. What's that one? Yeah, that's another early East German coin that just says Deutschland from 1950. A very basic design. And alright. It doesn't have a coat of arms at all, it's just industry. So it's a rather neutral, a very neutral coin, which doesn't really. I mean, if you've seen a West German coin, you know it's obviously not a West German coin, but it doesn't necessarily, besides it being a factory and it's a communist country, it doesn't necessarily tell you that it's necessarily a East German coin. Moving on. We got the Deutsche Mark. I only have the older, let's check the date, what is it? The older East German marks. This is from 1956. And as I read online, the early East German coins also said Deutsche Mark, as did the West German coins. And you obviously got the DDR coat of arms. So in some way they tried to compete with each other, being the legitimate Germany, even with its coins. But on the West German coin you got the Bundesrepublik Deutschland with the German eagle. East Germany did not use the eagle. Probably due to being an old imperial symbol and such. Now, a 2 mark, a West German 2 mark coin from 1980. Now, this is a commemorative coin, a remembrance coin. I have no idea who this man is. It doesn't say on the coin. This I don't think it did. I was checking before. It just says 1949 to 1969. 20 years anniversary, perhaps. But this made in 1980, so I have no clue whatsoever. But it's not the only commemorative coin. I hate pronouncing that word. Another 2 mark coin. Another man. Isn't this one of the early chancellors of West Germany, perhaps? Adenauer, or whatever is his name. Maybe? Well, it's another coin in remembrance of an older important German person. Now, like I said, usually the East Germans did not produce coins other than in aluminium, thus being very light, but this is an East German 5 mark remembrance coin. And this one is proper metal. It's really heavy. And you got the Hauptstadt der DDR. DDR, or however. The capital of the DDR, of the German Democratic Republic, Berlin. It's the Brandenburg Tor, I believe it is. So fancy, they made plenty of these. And we're going back in time to the interwar era of hyperinflation. Here is an aluminium 200 mark coin from the Deutsches Reich, 1923. It's the Weimar Republic, We got the eagle. It says Einigkeit und Recht. Und, many uns. Und Freiheit. I believe it's unity, unity law, perhaps? Unity, law, and freedom would be my guess. I'm not that well versed in German. A 200 mark coin from the 20s era of hyperinflation in interwar Weimar Republic. And on the theme of hyperinflation, we'll also be checking out some notes. Let me see here. Well, obviously, I believe we got it here. 1 miljarden mark. Do we have a year? Yes. 15th September 1923. It's an hyperinflation note. And as you can probably guess, they really went out of favor really fast, so they didn't even bother to print the backside of it. Aluminium 200 mark coins. Is it 10 billion mark on a note? It quickly went to shit in the 20s. Well, we are going back to the German Empire, and the year is 1873. Germany is founded as a modern state just the years prior. It's an original 1 mark coin in silver. And the interesting part, the thing with these coins, that every state, duchy or kingdom or free city in Germany had the ability to produce their own coins. So this is an imperial coin. The backside is just the empire's coat of arms. But example for coins made in Prussia would have the emperor, the Kaiser, and the king of Prussia on the backside. A coin made in Bavaria would have the Bavarian king. A coin in Saxony would have the Saxon king, and so on, so on. And the free cities like Hamburg or Bremen would have, I believe, a picture of their city on the backside. So that's that. But we will go back even further. Here, before Germany was even united, is a half silver groschen from 1867 from Schedemünche, or I believe. And who's on it? Is Wilhelm, the King of Prussia. Wilhelm König von Preußen, future German Emperor Kaiser. But this is a few years prior to the German Empire being founded. But even older, we have this. It's 1 silver groschen from 1825, also Schedemünche. and is Friedrich Wilhelm III, King of Prussia. Yeah. I'm not a big German coin collector, but I have a few of them. But perhaps I have some Austro-Hungarian coins as well, just a few. But I won't be showing them off in this video. But I can though show off this note. A Reichsbank note for 1000 mark 1910. This is a rather new acquisition in my collection. Pretty nice note, rather large. Think of it like 1,000 of those equal this paper note. Pretty nice. But this is just collection value. It has no metal value, unlike those who are made out of silver. Very nice. And if you were wondering, none of these except that one and probably those two are made out of silver. The other ones are just copper, bronze, steel, aluminium, modern coins. Because you barely use silver anymore. Or after the 1950s, 1940s, most countries stopped using silver, or even before that. Sweden is one exception that continued to use silver coins up until the 60s, although they reduced their percentages from 80 to 40% in the 40s, but still used some silver in their coins. But none of the Cold War German coins are silver coins, so there's that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please correct me if I got anything wrong.